Are you ready? Just my laptop, just a wee bit. I don't know why, but I feel like rerun with my hat on like this. Hey, you quiet. And my phone right there. I feel like rerun from what's happening with my phone. Yeah, I look like rerun too. Maybe I'm rerun's little sister. Good morning, happy Friday. Hey, TGI Friday, TGIF, TGIF, happy Friday. Today is February 28th, 2020. It's Friday morning, 7:17 a.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but right now, right here, it is 7 a.m. in the morning. Just got home. It's Friday morning, reading the Bible. 'Cause that's what I do. Oh, that's what I do. Let's see. I wonder if I should bring it a little bit closer. Yeah, that way I don't have to struggle to get to the keyboard. Not the keyboard, but the keyboard. Good morning. The Wiz says, good morning. And yeah, let's get started. Guess what we're doing today? Frank GTV is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to do something special today. We're going to read the Bible. Because that's what I do in the morning for my New Year's resolution. I'm resolved to read my Bible. Get it? Resolved? Resolution? I like to break it down like that because some people don't realize like root words and words that we normally use every day. So yesterday, how was everyone, by the way? How was your week? What kind of plans do you have for your weekend? My weekend, I'm gonna be working because I couldn't get the day off. Well, I have one day off, but I couldn't get the other day off, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Then I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of resting. But anybody got plans for? Where are you? I know you were in yesterday or the day before. Were you chilling in the background? Sometimes people chill in the background. They don't say too much. But in either case, welcome back. I think when you were in here the other day, I might have been trying to give you a star. I don't know if I gave you one or not. I think I gave you one. I think I had to copy and paste it. Backsliding. Oh yeah, that was good. Did I talk about backsliding? I did. Okay, so we are in Numbers. We're actually in Numbers this week. I gotta make my way through. Making my way downtown. Okay, yes. So we are in Numbers, but I'm still gonna do a quick recap of the day before. See, that's what I thought. I'm like, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I mean, you could have been chilling in the background. Life of Key comes in and says, "Good morning, 40 fam." Good morning, Life of Key. How's everybody today? I'm feeling all right because I got a little bit of. I probably shouldn't have, but I got a little bit of coffee in my system, just a little bit. It was a rough week. It was a really rough week for me, so I celebrated by stopping by my local donut shop, and they don't have tea. Then again, I didn't ask. They don't have tea, so I got coffee. I wanted something warm for my throat because it does help with the reading. But I got to go to bed right after this, so probably not the wisest decision. I'll work it out, though. I will work it out. I enjoyed the Bible reading. I'm glad. Some days are better than others, I feel. And actually, I'm curious as to how the end of this week and next week will be because I've said it before. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be blasphemous. But there are parts of the Old Testament, particularly the ones that have a lot of rules and regulations and just really, laying out the foundation. Like, this is how I want my people to live apart. This is how I want my people to behave, how to act, how to worship, how to sacrifice. When it's like so many details and so many rules and regulations, sometimes it's a bit dry. It's a bit dry. But I still am glad that I'm pushing through and reading it because it helps with the overall picture. So I'm going back to the New Testament. I have no idea what's going to happen. This particular Bible, which is the New Believers Bible, compact version, this has, some commentary in it. I keep telling myself I'm going to bring my other Quest study Bible. The study Bible that I use at work, it has a lot more, like breakdown on the sides and has a little dictionary in the back. But I'll let you guys know what Numbers is going to be about. Of course, it's still talking about the. Well, I'm not gonna guess. Let me do a quick recap of yesterday, which was the final portion of Luke. Let's see. That would have been 22, 23, 24, right? Something like that. Yes. We had the betrayal of Judas against Jesus, the Last Supper. Jesus predicts Peter's denial. Jesus is betrayed and arrested. And one thing I noticed is in Matthew and Mark, because these are all the same story but told by different people. And Matthew and Mark, Matthew was like the general overview. Mark was from a different point of view, but this one was so detailed. It said in chapter 22, verse 3, talking about Judas Iscariot, then Satan entered Judas Iscariot, who was one of the 12 disciples, and he went to the leading priest. That was probably the only part that threw me off. I was like, what? The other two apostles didn't say that. What insight or revelation did Luke have? Those are just my questions and commentary. I don't have answers. I just have questions. These are things that I'm thinking to myself, but I'm saying out loud. But it even says in here that Luke is the most detailed, talking about giving a lot more description and details of the apostles. So let's see, that was the Last Supper. Jesus predicts Peter's denial. Jesus is betrayed and arrested. Peter denies Jesus, just as predicted. Chapter 23 talked about Jesus' trial before Pilate. And this was interesting, too. This had a lot more detail than the other two books. Because I don't think the other two books mentioned Herod. So Pilate did his piece. He was like, I don't have anything to convict him by. I don't even think he said I washed my hands of him. In the other two books, he said I washed my hands of this. But this, he's like, look, let me send him over to Herod. Herod was like, I don't see anything wrong with him. And he sent him back. And then it says here in verse 12, Herod and Pilate, who had been enemies before, became friends that day. That whole little back and forth between Jesus. So that was interesting. An interesting POV. Let me see what else. The crucifixion, the death of Jesus, the burial of Jesus, the resurrection, the walk to Emmaus. Jesus appears to the disciples. And I think there was one other part. I think there was a little bit more detail that the angels said to the women when they went to the tomb. But anyways, that was the wrap up and recap of yesterday's reading, which was Luke 22, 23, 24. Let me check in with my people before I jump into Numbers. 40 is a number. So anyways, hey everybody. Okay, so everybody says hi to everybody, and now we're going to read the Bible in Numbers. Now here's a little section here. It's like a little breakdown in the beginning. Not very much. My other Bible has it better, but it says that the author is Moses. The date is the date is 1450 to 1410 BC. And the genre is narrative. The last genre was the gospel. This genre is narrative. Let's see what else that it says. Does it say? Numbers takes its name from the two censuses or numberings of the people recorded in the book. Aren't we due for a census this year? I think we are. I think we're due for a census. So the book of Numbers takes its name from the two censuses of the people recorded in this book. But Numbers is actually a sequel to Exodus. It follows the wanderings of the Israelites throughout the wilderness of Sinai for the next 40 years until they camped just east of the Promised Land. All right, y'all ready for chapter 1? Chapter 1. Registration of Israel's troops. A year after Israel's departure from Egypt, the Lord spoke to Moses in the tabernacle in the wilderness of Sinai. On the first day of the second month of that year, he said, from the whole community of Israel, record the names of all the warriors by their clans and families. List all the men 20 years old or older who are able to go to war. You and Aaron must register the troops, and you will be assisted by one family leader from each tribe. These are the tribes and the names of the leaders who will assist you. So I've got a little breakdown here. On the left side is the tribe, and the leader is on the right side. So let's see. How can I read this so it'll be the best understood? So from the tribe of Reuben, yeah, I'll read it like that. From the tribe of Reuben, the leader, Elazar, son of Shedur, was picked. From the tribe of Simeon, the leader, Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai, was picked. From the tribe of Judah, Nahshon, son of Amminadab, was the chosen leader. From the tribe of Issachar, Nathanael, is that where Nathaniel comes from? But it's spelled slightly different. Nathanael, son of Zuar, was the leader. From the tribe of Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon, was the leader. From the tribe of Ephraim, son of Joseph, Elishama, son of Ammihud, was the leader. From the tribe of Manasseh, son of Joseph, the leader was picked to be Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. From the tribe of Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gideon, was the leader. From the tribe of Dan, Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai, was the leader. From the tribe of Gad, Elisaph, son of Deuel, was the leader. From the tribe of Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan, was the leader. These are the chosen leaders of the community, the leaders of their ancestral tribes, the heads of the clans of Israel. So Moses and Aaron called together these chosen leaders, and they assembled the whole community of Israel on that very day. All the people were registered according to their ancestry by their clans and families. The men of Israel who were 20 years old or older were listed one by one, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. So Moses recorded their names in the wilderness of Sinai. Verses 20 through 21. This is the number of men 20 years old or older who were able to go to war, as their names were listed in the records of their clans and families. Now I got something in the postscript here at the bottom. So the tabernacle, we know when I say the tabernacle, let's talk about the tent of meeting. That's the Hebrew phrase for it. What happened in 1b? This day in the ancient Hebrew lunar calendar occurred in April or May. Okay, so that's when the census was taken. In Hebrew, on the first day of the second month. In the Hebrew text, this is the number of men 20 years or older who were able to go to war, as their names were listed in the records of their clans and families. It's repeated in, okay. So right here, I've got like they have it broke down as a chart. If you can see that, they have it broke down as a chart. But if you were to read it, like say in the King James, it will probably be verse by verse by verse by verse by verse instead of in chart form. So that's what it's telling me in the postscript. Let's see, verses 1 through 1. Chapter 1, verses 20 through 21. Hebrew, Israel's. The names Jacob and Israel are often interchanged throughout the Old Testament. Because y'all remember, Jacob used to be called Jacob, and then God called him Israel, which ended up being the people of Israel. Throughout the Old Testament, referring sometimes to the individual patriarch and sometimes to the nation. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's see. Broken down by the tribes again, we have, this is the number of men 20 years old or older who were able to go to war, as their names were listed in the records of their clans and families. The tribe of Reuben, Jacob's oldest son, there were 46,500 in number. From the tribe of Simeon, there were 59,300. From the tribe of Gad, there were 45,650. From the tribe of Judah, there were 74,600. From the tribe of Issachar, there were 54,400. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Wow. From the tribe of Zebulun, 57,400 people in number. And that's not even including the women and children. That's just the men who are old enough to go to war. Okay, from the tribe of Ephraim, son of Joseph, 40,500. From the tribe of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, 32,200. From the tribe of Benjamin, 35,400. From the tribe of Dan, 62,700. From the tribe of Asher, 41,500. And from the tribe of Naphtali, 53,400. That's a lot of people. In verse 44, it says, "These were the men registered by Moses and Aaron and the 12 leaders of Israel, all listed according to their ancestral descent. They were registered by families, all the men of Israel who were 20 years old or older and able to go to war. The total number was 603,550. But this total did not include the Levites." Good grief, there's more people. "For the Lord had said to Moses, do not include the tribe of Levi in the registration. Do not count them with the rest of the Israelites. Put the Levites in charge of the tabernacle of the covenant, along with all its furnishings and equipment. They must carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings as you travel, and they must take care of it and camp around it. Whenever it is time for the tabernacle to move, the Levites will take it down, and when it is time to stop, they will set it up again. But any unauthorized person who goes too near the tabernacle must be put to death. Each tribe of Israel will camp in a designated area with its own family banner. But the Levites will camp around the tabernacle of the covenant to protect the community of Israel from the Lord's anger. The Levites are responsible to stand guard around the tabernacle." So the Israelites did everything just as the Lord had commanded Moses. I need to go back and study. I can't remember what is making the Levites so important. I do remember that they were part of the priesthood, right? Let me jump back in Leviticus real quick. Leviticus is written by Moses. This genre is dealing with the law. Leviticus deals with the worship of a holy God. Here, God gave the priests and the people rules to live by so they could present themselves holy before him. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more research. I remember reading about Levi, but why they were special, that they were not counted in the registration, and also to keep track of the tabernacle, I would like to know. If anybody knows in the comment section, let me know, and I'll be happy for that insight. All right, chapter 2. Chapter 2 says, this is talking about the organization for Israel's camp, because that's a lot of people. You definitely got to be organized. That is a lot of people. That's like, let me look up real quick. I'm just wondering, like, what is the population of Fort Worth? What is the population of Fort Worth? Just real quick, just for comparison's sake, because that's like a small nation. Okay, so currently, right now, before this census is up, we have 874,168 people. So I'll round it down. 874,000 people as of 2017, and this is 603. So that is definitely like a small to medium city, small to medium township of people. That is a lot of people. But I mean, 40 years wandering, it's a lot of people having children and generations being created. Okay, now chapter 2, organization for Israel's camp. Then the Lord gave these instructions to Moses and Aaron. When the Israelites set up camp, each tribe will be assigned its own area. The tribal divisions will camp beneath their family banners on all 4 sides of the tabernacle, but at some distance from it. Okay. I'm imagining, I mean, you guys, well, the first set of people who came out of Egypt, they probably knew each other. And even if you know each other, still there's There's sometimes animosity, sometimes some drama. Not everybody's going to get along all the time, but as generations go, on and on, I wonder if it stopped being more like family and more just like an open community, because you're not in this small contained unit in Egypt living the same life. You're kind of broadening out and expanding, and you're going through all this, wilderness together. But the more that generations go on, generations change. So I'm wondering if God made it so that people are in their own assigned areas just to kind of keep the peace. Like people are growing, but they're kind of maybe growing apart. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think people will be growing closer together as they're going through this trials and tribulations of the wilderness, or do you think they would be growing apart? I'm just interested. Or maybe it was just for organization's sake. But yeah, that was chapter 2. The Lord gave these instructions to Moses and Aaron. When the Israelites set up camp, each tribe will be assigned its own area. The tribal divisions will camp beneath their family banners on all 4 sides of the tabernacle, but at some distance from it. The divisions of Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun are to camp towards the sunrise on the east side of the tabernacle, beneath their family banner. These are the names of the tribes, their leaders, and the numbers of their registered troops. From the tribe of Judah, with the leader Nahshon, son of Amminadab, there was 74,600 people. From the tribe of Issachar, with Nathaniel, son of Zuar, the leader, there was 54,400 people. From the tribe of Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon, there was 57,400. So this is the group of people to the east of the tabernacle. In verse 9, it says, so the total of all the troops on Judah's side of the camp is 186,400. These 3 tribes are to lead the way whenever the Israelites travel to a new campsite. In verses 10 through 11, it's broken down from the tribes of Reuben, Simeon, and Gad. The division of Reuben, Simeon, and Gad are to camp on the south side of the tabernacle beneath their family banners. These are the names of the tribes, their leaders, and the numbers of their registered troop. Reuben. Eleazar, the leader is Elizur, son of Shedur, with a number of 46,500. From the tribe of Simeon, their leader was Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai, with a number of 59,300. And from the tribe of Gad, we got Eliasaph, son of Duel, as the leader with 45,650 people. So the total of troops on Reuben's side of the camp is 151,450. These 3 tribes will be second in line whenever the Israelites travel. Then the tabernacle carried by the Levites will set out from the middle of the camp. All the tribes are to travel in the same order that they camp, each in position under the appropriate family banner. All right, so we got the tribe of Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun leading the way. The tribe of Reuben, Simeon, and Gad right after them in their family banner and everything. Then we got the Levites with the tabernacle basically in the middle. Oh, okay, I see. And then the other 2 tribes behind. All right. Okay, verses 18 through 19 are broken down like so. If the tribes of Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin. The divisions of Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin are to camp on the west side of the tabernacle beneath their family banner. These are the names of the tribes, their leaders, and the numbers of their registered troops. Ephraim is the tribe with the leader Elishama, who is the son of Amihud, and their number is 40,500. Let's see, from the tribe of Manasseh, the leader is Gamiel, the son of Pedazur, which is 32,200 in number. From the tribe of Benjamin, their leader is Abidan, who is the son of Gideoni, and their number is 35,400. So the total of all the troops in Ephraim's side of the camp is 108,100. These three tribes will be third in line whenever the Israelites travel. The division of Dan, Asher, and Naphtali are to camp on the north side of the tabernacle beneath their family banners. These are the names of the tribes, their leaders, and the numbers of their registered troop. From the tribe of Dan, we got leader Ahiezer, who is the son of Ammishaddai. Their number is 62,700. From the tribe of Asher, their leader is Pagiel, son of Okran. Their number is 41,500. And from the tribe of from the tribe of Naphtali, we have leader Ahira, who is the son of Enan, and their number is 53,400. So the total of all troops on Dan's side of the camp is 157,000. These three tribes will be last, marching under their banners whenever the Israelites travel. In summary, the troops of Israel, listed by their families, totaled 603,550. But as the Lord had commanded, the Levites were not included in this registration. So the people of Israel did everything as the Lord had commanded Moses. Each clan and family set up camp and marched under their banners exactly as the Lord had instructed them. I'm curious as to see who had the most. Let's see, the first group from the east side, 186,000. So the biggest group was in the front. Yeah. 186,000 in the front, leading the way. 151,000 is right behind. Then we have the Levites with the tabernacle. Then we have the smallest group right behind. And then the next biggest group at the end. Just curious. I just for my mind's sake, I like to work out numbers and see what's what. All right, let's see. Where am I going now? Chapter 3. Yes, chapter 3 is the last chapter reading for today. And it looks like it's a doozy. Oh my goodness. Okay. But no, not too many numbers in this one. This is pretty much all narrative. So, chapter 3, Levites appointed for service. This is the family line of Aaron and Moses, as it was recorded when the Lord spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai. The names of Aaron's sons were... Now, I wonder, are they including the sons that got killed? Because remember, there was two sons that didn't do the incense offering right, and they got consumed by the fire. Let's see. When the Lord spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai, the names of Aaron's sons were Nadab, the oldest, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These sons of Aaron were anointed and ordained to minister as priests. But Nadab and Abihu died in the Lord's presence in the wilderness, of Sinai, when they burned before the Lord the wrong kind of fire, different than he commanded. Since they had no sons, this left only Eleazar and Ithamar to serve as priests with their father Aaron. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Call forth the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to serve as his assistants. They will serve Aaron and the whole community, performing their sacred duties in and around the tabernacle. They will also maintain all the furnishings of the sacred tent, serving in the tabernacle on behalf of all the Israelites. Assign the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They have been given from among all the people of Israel to serve as their assistants. Appoint Aaron and his sons to carry out the duties of the priesthood. But any unauthorized person who goes too near the sanctuary must be put to death." And the Lord said to Moses, "Look, I have chosen the Levites from among the Israelites to serve as substitutes for all the firstborn sons of the people of Israel. The Levites belong to me, for all the firstborn males are mine. On the day I struck down all the firstborn sons of the Egyptians, I set apart for myself all the firstborn in Israel, both of the people and of the animals. They are mine. I am the Lord." Let's see. Verse 14 is registration of the Levites. But I have a quick comment and or question. When they first got this alarm going off. When they first came out from Egypt, there was a ceremony that was talked about in Leviticus. Or was it Exodus? It was in Exodus, but I don't remember where exactly. But it was like a celebration, not a celebration. It was talking about certain types of sacrifices and um, to symbolize the firstborns who were struck down in Egypt during the plague. You need to dedicate your firstborn son and the firstborn animal, the first of any flock. The firstborn animals will be sacrificed, but your firstborn sons will always be given back to you to show. I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but to show that you're giving to me, but I'm giving back to you. And now it's saying that the tribe of Levi are stand-ins, are substitutes. So they had this ceremony from generation to generation of dedicating that firstborn child or that firstborn son. And now it's saying that the Levites are substitutes for those firstborns. Interesting observation. I'm just putting the pieces together. Let me start back over at verse 5. And then I will go from there. And then the Lord said to Moses, call forth the tribe of Levi, present them to Aaron and priests to serve as his assistants. They will serve Aaron and the whole community, performing their sacred duties in and around the tabernacle. They will also maintain all the furnishings of the sacred tent, serving in the tabernacle on behalf of all the Israelites. Assign the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They have been given from among all the people of Israel to serve as their assistants. Appoint Aaron and his sons to carry out the duties of the priesthood, but any unauthorized person who goes too near to the sanctuary must be put to death. And the Lord said to Moses, look, I have chosen the Levites from among the Israelites to serve as substitutes for the firstborn sons of the people of Israel. The Levites belong to me, for all the firstborn males are mine. On the day I struck down all the firstborn sons of the Egyptians, I set apart for myself all the firstborn in Israel, both of the people and of the animals. They are mine, I am the Lord. Okay, registration of the Levites. The Lord spoke again to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai. He said, record the names of the members of the tribe of Levi by their families and clans. List every male who is 1 month old or older. So Moses listed them just as the Lord had commanded. Okay, so he's doing this part is the babies. Those, they're old enough to fight, but here, even as a baby, they're being dedicated. All right, verse 17. Levi had 3 sons, whose names were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari, or Merari. The clans descended from Gershon were named after 2 of his descendants, Libni and Shimei. The clans descended from Kohath were named after 4 of his descendants, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. The clans descended from Merari were named after 2 of his descendants, Mahli and Mushi. These were the Levite clans listed according to their family groups. Verse 21 says, the descendants of Gershon were composed of the clans descended from Libni and Shimei. There were 7,500 males, 1 month old or older, among these Gershonite clans. They were assigned the area to the west of the tabernacle for their camp. The leader of the Gershonite clans were Eliasaph, son of Lael. These 2 clans were responsible to care for the tabernacle, including the sacred tent with its layer of coverings, the curtain at its entrance, the curtains of the courtyard that surrounded the tabernacle and altar, the curtain at the courtyard entrance, the ropes, and all the equipment related to their use. The descendants of Kohath were composed of the clans descended from Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. There were 8,600 males 1 month or older among these Kohathite clans. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary, and they were assigned the area south of the tabernacle for their camp. The leader of the Kohathite clans was Elizaphan, son of Uziel. These 4 clans were responsible for the care of the ark, the table, the lampstand, the altars, and the various articles used in the sanctuary, the inner curtain, and all the equipment related to their use. Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, was the chief administrator over all the Levites, with special responsibility for the oversight of the sanctuary. Verse 33 says, the descendants of Merari were composed of the clans descended from Mali and Mushi. There were 6,200 males 1 month old or older among these Merarite clans. They were assigned the area north of the tabernacle for their camp. The leader of the Merarite clans was Zuriel, son of Abihail. These two clans were responsible for the care of the frames supporting the tabernacle, the crossbars, the pillars, the bases, and all the equipment related to their use. They were also responsible for the posts of the courtyard and all their bases, pegs, and ropes. The area in front of the tabernacle in the east toward the sunrise was reserved for the tents of Moses and of Aaron and his sons, who had the final responsibility for the sanctuary on behalf of the people of Israel. Anyone other than a priest or Levite who went too near the sanctuary was to be put to death. When Moses and Aaron counted the Levite clans at the Lord's command, the total number was 22,000 males, 1 month old or older. I bet everybody who was part of this Levite clan, after it's kind of like growing up in the family business, like that's all that you're doing. They were probably becoming like specialists, like the people who was that, the Gershonite clans? Or was it the first set of clans? Yeah, the Gershonite clans that were taking care of the sacred tent and the coverings and the curtains. I bet they got really, really good with textiles, like sewing and repairing cloth and different materials. What was it? Goat hide and linen. I mean, you have to become a specialist when that's all you're doing. That's all your focus in. You just had one job. You just had one job. You know what I mean? And then the people who were dealing with the posts and the framework, those were like basically growing up in a construction family or what's an architecture family. Because I mean, when things are breaking down, you have to repair it. Or as time is going on and they're wearing down, they have to know how to repair it, reinforce it, find replacements for it as they're traveling around, knowing what types of wood and what type of materials to get to replace it. So that was just me speaking out loud. That as these camps are divvied up and these clans are put together, each group is kind of like basically specializing within itself. All right, verse 40, finishing up with chapter 3, talking about redeeming the firstborn sons. Then the Lord said to Moses, now count all the firstborn sons in Israel who are 1 month old or older, all of them, and make a list of their names. The Levites must be reserved for me as substitutes for the firstborn sons of Israel. I am the Lord. And the Levites' livestock must be reserved for me as substitutes for the firstborn livestock of the whole nation of Israel. The Levites must be reserved for me, okay, as substitutes for the firstborn sons of Israel. The Levites, which is basically this holy clan, the Levites, the firstborn of the Levites, are substitutes for the first sons of Israel, and the livestock, firstborn of the livestock, is substitutes for the whole nation of Israel. I'm kind of confused on that part. I probably need to read that again. Verse 42, so Moses counted the firstborn sons of the people of Israel, just as the Lord had commanded. The number of the firstborn sons who were 1 month old or older was 22,273. Then the Lord said to Moses, take the Levites as substitutes for the firstborn sons of the people of Israel, and take the livestock of the Levites as substitutes for the firstborn livestock of the people of Israel. The Levites belong to me. I am the Lord. There are 273 more firstborn sons of Israel than are Levites. To redeem these extra firstborn sons, collect 5 pieces of silver for each of them, each piece weighing the same as the sanctuary shekel, which equals 20 gerahs. Give the silver to Aaron and his sons as the redemption price for the extra firstborn sons. This is a lot of numbers. I feel like I'm in math class again. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we got the firstborn son of all of Israel. Then we have just the firstborn of the Levites. There are 273 more sons of Israel altogether than there are Levites. Is that what I'm getting? So Moses, this is verse 49. So Moses collected the silver for redeeming the firstborn sons of Israel who exceeded the number of Levites. He collected 1,365 pieces of silver on behalf of these firstborn sons of Israel, each piece weighing the same as the sanctuary shekel. And Moses gave the silver for the redemption to Aaron and his sons, just as the Lord had commanded. That was a lot of numbers. I'm in the book of Numbers, of course. That was a lot of numbers. That actually completes verse 3. I'm looking ahead. I need to see if I need to be like mentally prepared to do any more calculations. I don't see any more numbers actually for a minute, but I do see a lot of breakdowns of days and authorings and days of the week. Yeah, this is called the Book of Numbers for a reason. And pounds and some more laws. Yeah, I'm skimming ahead. I'm skimming ahead. Boy, oh boy. I sure thank you guys for patiently listening through. A lot of this, like I said, can be a little bit dry, and for me, without like writing something out as I'm listening, writing it out, sometimes it can kind of go over my head, which is why I like to look and kind of put things in perspective, like, whose tribe had the most, and who was where, and why was this? Because it helps me like to understand a little bit better. Let me know what you got out of today's reading from the book of Numbers, Numbers 1 through 3. We're still in week 9. No commentary, no cornerstones, no extras. Just the numbers, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. And on that case, we shall conclude today's reading. Don't ask me who that's supposed to be accent of, not an accent. Oh, man, it's too early in the morning, but it's kind of late at night for me. I can't think anymore. I'll round that off and say have a great day, have a great Friday, whatever your plans are for this weekend. I hope that you have fun and that you're safe. And that also today's reading inspired, enlightened, or educated you in some way, and maybe motivated you, if you're not already doing it, to read some Bible yourself so that you can get a better understanding of the Word. Amen, amen. All right, everybody, it will be okay. Everything gonna be all right. That was a lot of numbers. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna when I go back to work tonight, because I have my other Bible there, I think I'm gonna do like some sketches. Because for me, there are visual learners, there are hands-on learners, there are doing learners. There's different kind of learners, and for me to really understand it, sometimes I need to like draw things out and sketch it out. I'm gonna go back over that piece with my study Bible at home, my quest, because I'm on a quest to learn about the Bible and then see like what's what. But that's interesting. That's like really when people were like doing their own thing and not doing their own thing, but like this tribe and this tribe. Because like later on, when like in the New Testament, and it's talking about this person came from the family of such and such and the tribe of such and such. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all all came up out of Egypt. Weren't you all like the same people? But as time goes over, families expand. Families, kind of grow apart and split up and go different ways. I mean, look at me. Here I am in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm from Michigan. I'm from right there. That's the Upper Peninsula. That's the Lower Peninsula. Here I am, me and my family. We're spread out, and my family's growing here, and family's growing there, and that's the way it works. And we're all numbered together. At this point, I'm making no sense because I gotta go to sleep. But anyways, thank you guys so much for your time. Listen to that. No cats meowing. Yeah, they're all put up. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you. I didn't do any screen share either. I'm gonna finish this up with a screen share. For those who don't know, what is she talking about? What is she reading? I don't think I did it. Here's the book, y'all. Woman's Guide to Reading the Bible in a Year. No, you don't need to be a woman to be in this live stream. All are welcome. This just happens to be the one that I downloaded. And this is where we're at. Luke. No, not Luke. Numbers 1 through 3. The theme of this week, if you didn't know, is Ready and Waiting. Ready and Waiting, week 9. All right. Yeah. Now I can say goodbye. See ya. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Thanks for watching, share, like, and subscribe. Are you guys still here? I forgot to give a shout out. I think I forgot to do that yesterday too. I gotta get a little routine together. Shout out and thanks to The Wiz, Frank GTV, and Life of Key for joining me in the live stream today. And to all who are watching on the replay, you guys are awesome too. Okay, I'm really out for real this time.